Post Malone gave fans a serious scare during what should have been a routine, feel-good performance. Known for his laid-back charm, tattoos that tell stories of pain and triumph, and a voice that carries both vulnerability and bravado, the 29-year-old artist experienced an unexpected fall that left the crowd gasping and his name trending across social media within minutes. It was supposed to be another high-energy show as part of his ongoing tour, but in the blink of an eye, things changed drastically. The moment of the incident, captured in full detail by a fan's phone, has become one of the most talked about moments in recent live music history, not just because of the shock of seeing a beloved artist take a tumble, but because it happened on the heels of a highly public and emotional breakup. And when you add the pressure of an ongoing custody battle, the image of a physically and emotionally bruised Post Malone takes on a much deeper meaning. The video is short but haunting in its rawness. Post is seen as charismatic as ever, performing "Pour Me a Drink," a catchy, feel-good duet he recently released with country star Blake Shelton. Clutching his signature red solo cup, he saunters across the stage, his body moving to the rhythm, his energy palpable. As he spots a fan near the front, holding up a transparent cup presumably filled with beer or some kind of cocktail, he leans forward in a playful toast. A gesture of connection that he's known and loved for. That very moment, however, something no one could have predicted happened. A section of the stage gave out beneath him. In less than a second, he vanished from view, crashing off the edge in what looked like a brutal fall. Fans screamed. The music momentarily wavered. The vibe in the arena flipped from party to panic. The fan who had been lucky enough or unlucky, depending on how you see it, to catch the moment on camera quickly uploaded the clip online, captioning it with a mix of humor and horror. "I didn't mean to almost break your back." The video spread like wildfire. On Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, every platform flooded with concern, disbelief, and appreciation for the artist's resilience. Because while the fall looked bad, and while fans feared the worst, Post Malone rose again. He didn't retreat backstage. He didn't cancel the show. He pushed through the pain and kept going, delivering 5 more songs, limping a bit perhaps, but singing as if nothing had happened. It wasn't just a performance anymore, it became a testament to his grit, a symbol of someone refusing to let life's latest blow take him down. But to truly understand the weight of this incident, we need to look beyond the physical stumble. Because this wasn't just a man tripping on a faulty stage. It was a man who, in recent weeks, had seen his personal life unravel in real time. Just days before the concert, Post quietly ended a passionate and fast-burning relationship with stylist Christy Lee. And the breakup came on top of an already complex and emotionally draining custody battle with his ex-fiancée. He sung Jamie Park over their 3-year-old daughter. The timeline is messy, filled with blurred lines and emotional turns. Post and Christy had only begun dating late last year, after his separation from Jamie. Their relationship appeared to ignite quickly, full of Instagram-worthy moments, romantic getaways, and whispers of a possible serious future. They were first spotted in January, enjoying a quiet dinner in Rome, away from the spotlight but not far enough to escape the cameras. In March, they were captured on video again, this time sitting close together at a bar. Drinks in hand, Christy's arm wrapped around Post's as if staking her claim in the crowded space of his life. Fans were charmed. Christy's youth and fresh styles seemed to breathe something new into the artist's orbit. There was a lightness in those moments, a sense of escape, but it didn't last. By late June, the news broke that the couple had split. There was no dramatic statement, no Instagram unfollowing war, no accusations hurled in public. Just silence. The kind of silence that makes fans dig deeper and speculate endlessly. Was it mutual? Was it about Jamie and the custody case? Was Post's heart not fully available? The questions piled up, unanswered. And for someone who's known for putting pieces of his soul into his lyrics, but keeping his personal affairs relatively guarded, the silence spoke volumes. Meanwhile, the custody case with Jamie loomed large. It's a situation that has cast a long shadow over Post's personal and professional life. The daughter, referred to in court documents only as DDP, is at the center of a legal tug-of-war between two parents who once shared a private, hidden from the public engagement. In June 2022, Post announced the birth of his child but withheld names and details. Fans didn't even know the identity of the child's mother at the time. It was later confirmed to be Jamie, a woman who had managed to maintain her anonymity, despite being engaged to one of the most recognizable artists in the world. Since their split, however, privacy has become more difficult to preserve. In May, Post took a significant legal step, petitioning the court to move the custody proceedings to Utah, where he currently lives with their daughter. His legal team, led by famed celebrity attorney Laura Wasser, argued that the child's life and daily routine are centered in Utah. Her nanny, her doctor, her music and swim classes all are based there. In contrast, Jamie filed her own motion in Los Angeles County, seeking primary custody and proposing that Post receive only nominal visitation rights. The implication was that she believed California courts might lean more favorably toward her. Post's side countered that this was a strategic and unfair advantage-seeking move. Custody battles, even when amicable, take a heavy emotional toll. But when public scrutiny is added to the mix, and fans dissect your every move, the pressure multiplies. It becomes more than just a legal matter, it becomes a daily psychological burden. For Post Malone, who has always seemed to carry a certain melancholy under his tattoos and gold grills, this chapter in his life has intensified the emotional currents that have always run beneath his artistry, and so, when he fell on that stage, it wasn't hard to interpret it as symbolic. A man burdened with emotional strain, balancing a painful past, a fragile present, and an uncertain future, suddenly losing his footing. It was, in many ways, a metaphor made physical. That red Solo cup, a symbol of carefree fun and party culture, suddenly juxtaposed with a collapsing stage and the weight of real life. Still, Post Malone has never been one to wallow for long. He's always returned, sometimes stronger, sometimes scarred, but always real. After the fall, he finished the show. After the breakup, he didn't lash out online. After the custody headlines, he stayed focused on his daughter. And that's what fans admire most about him, his humanity. He is flawed. He is honest. He is trying. Behind the scenes, friends say that Post has been keeping his circle tight. He's been relying on close friends, studio time, and of course, his daughter. She is, according to those in the know, the absolute center of his world. Even when things with Jamie soured, Post never allowed himself to become distant from his role as a father. He takes her to her activities, spends quiet weekends with her, and has adjusted his touring schedule to ensure he has consistent time with her. To him, fatherhood is not a burden. It's his anchor dot, and fans see that. They see it in his music, which has evolved over the years, from boastful bangers to soul-searching ballads. They see it in his interviews, where he often gets choked up when talking about his daughter or the people he loves. They see it in his concerts, where even in pain, physical or emotionally, he shows up. Of course, the speculation continues. Will he get full custody? Will he and Jamie reach a peaceful resolution? Is there any hope for reconciliation? And what about Christy? Will she'll come back into the picture? Or was she just a beautiful, fleeting chapter in a life currently defined by flux? Only time will tell. For now, what we know is this: Post Malone is still standing. Even after the stage gave out, even after another relationship crumbled, even with a custody case looming over his head, he keeps showing up. He keeps making music, he keeps being a father, and he keeps walking forward, even if sometimes he falls.